Today we're continuing to read The Pilgrim's Progress. But I am ready to think. You do but jest, because you smiled. God forbid that I should jest, though I smiled in this matter, or that I should accuse any falsely. I will give you a further discovery of him. This man is for any company, and for any talk. As he talketh now with you, so will he talk when he is on the ale bench, and the more drink he hath in his crown, the more of these things he hath in his mouth. Religion hath no place in his heart, or house, or conversation. All he hath lieth in his tongue, and his religion is to make a noise therewith. Say you so, then am I in this man greatly deceived. Deceived, you may be sure of it. Remember the proverb, they say, and do not. But the kingdom of God is not in word, but in power. He talketh of prayer, of turning to God, of faith, and of the new birth. But he knows but only to talk of them. I have been in his family, and have seen him, both at home and abroad. And I know what I say of him is the truth. His house is as empty of religion as the white of an egg is of flavor. There is there neither prayer nor sign of turning from sin. Yeah, the brute in his kind serves God far better than he. He is the very stain, reproach, and shame of religion to all that know him. It can hardly have a good word in all that end of the town where he dwells. Through him, thus say the common people that know him, a saint abroad and a devil at home. His poor family finds it so. He is such a fault finder, such a railer at, and so unreasonable with his with his servants, that they neither know how to do for or speak to him. Men that have any dealings with him say, it is better to deal with the Turk than with him, for fairer dealing they shall have at their hands. This talkative, if it be possible, will go beyond them, cheat, beguile, and overreach them. Besides, he brings up his sons to follow his steps, and if he findeth in any of them a foolish timorousness, for so he calls the first appearance of a tender conscience, he calls them fools and blockheads, and by no means will employ them in much, or speak to their commendation before others. For my part, I am of opinion that he has, by his wicked life, caused many to stumble and fall, and will be, if God prevent not, the ruin of many more. Well, my brother, I am bound to believe you, not only because you say you know him, but also because, like a Christian, you make your reports of men. For I cannot think you speak these things of ill will, but because it is even so, as you say. Had I known him no more than you, I might perhaps have thought of him as at first you did. Yeah, had he received this report only from those that are enemies to religion, I should have thought it had been a slander. A lot of that, a lot that often falls from bad men's mouths upon good men's names and professions. But all these things, yeah, and a great many more as bad, Of my own knowledge, I can prove him guilty of. Besides, good men are ashamed of him. They can neither call him brother nor friend. The very naming of him among them makes them blush if they know him. Well, I see that saying and doing are two things, and thereafter I shall better observe the difference between them. They are two things, indeed, and are as diverse as are the soul and the body. For, as the body without the soul is but a dead carcass, so saying, if it be alone, is but a dead carcass also. The soul of religion is the practical part. Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. This, talkative is not aware of. He thinks that hearing and saying will make a good Christian, and thus he deceiveth his own soul. Hearing is but as the sowing of the seed. Talking is not sufficient to prove that fruit is indeed at the heart and life. And let us assure ourselves that, at the day of doom, men shall be judged according to their fruits. Well, I was not so fond of his company at first, but I am sick of it now. What shall we do to be rid of him? Take my advice and do as I bid you, and you shall find that he will soon be sick of your company too, except God shall touch his heart and turn it. What would you have me do? Christian, what would you have me to do? Why, go to him and enter into some serious conversation about the power of religion and ask him plainly. When he has approved of it, for that he will, whether his question, whether this thing be set up in his heart, house, or conduct. Then Faithful stepped forward again and said to Talkative, Come, what cheer? How is it now? Thank you. Well, I thought we should have had a great deal of talk by this time. Well, if you will, we will fall to it now. And since you left it with me to state the question, let it be this. How doth the saving grace of God show itself when it is in the heart of man? I perceive then that our talk must be about the power of things. Well, it is a very good question, and I shall be willing to answer you, and take my answer in brief. Thus, first, where the glory, correction, where the grace of God is in the heart, it causeth there a great outcry against sin. Secondly, nay, hold, let us consider of one at once. I think you should rather say, it shows itself by inclining the soul to hate its sin. Why, what difference is there between crying out against and hating sin? Oh, a great deal. A man may cry out, correction, a man may cry out against sin in order to appear good, but he cannot hate it except by a real dislike for it. I have heard many cry out against sin in the pulpit, who yet can abide it well enough in the heart, house, and life. Some cry out against sin, even as the mother cries out against her child in her lap, when she calleth it a naughty girl, and then falls to hugging and kissing it. And that's the end of the reading for today. Have a good day.